What's up, TikTok?
Takes a little
What's
bit
up,
longer.
Instagram?
And here we go. Here we go.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. World domination.
Okay, so we've got some videos that are doing pretty darn good right now. I don't know if you know. Tell me what you know on the videos that we're watching.
Yeah. What are you talking about? What videos are you speaking of?
The ones on this account.
What about these videos? Like the side hustle one did pretty good. Actually, no, there's ones that did better.
Which one?
I think it had to do, the one that I had done was about deeds, about taking your name off a deed. I think.
Okay, that was a good one. That one
And
is
then
good.
yours, you have one that's just probably hitting $1 million now. What was it? I forgot what it was. But yeah, we got some things that are doing pretty good out there.
I was thinking about cleaning up this Uncle Kelly routine.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a video on Uncle Kelly.
All right, dude.
I'm going to work on it every day, just a little bit more on the Uncle Kelly, because new twist yesterday, man. Oh, that's a badass new twist that happened yesterday on the Uncle Kelly. Uncle Kelly, Uncle Kelly.
Maisha out the gate.
Maisha's asking the hard questions.
I can't even get
the
settled
hard
in.
questions. What's up, Maisha? Good to see you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
How long should I wait to buy a house after purchasing a car? Me or you? Pick one.
I'd say immediately. Go ahead, you.
Yes. I agree. So yeah, you don't have to wait, guys. So as long as you can afford stuff, as long as you have enough money, it's irrelevant. But if it's tight, if you're like, I don't know, I probably shouldn't buy a car, then you probably shouldn't. So take that advice. Ryan, I was quoted $11,000 for property insurance on a place in Florida. Insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell them what's going on in Florida, but in California.
Insurance companies, man, insurance companies, some of the richest companies in the world.
Like
they have
a lot.
all the money in the world.
Like a lot. However much you think, double it, and then multiply by 5.
Yeah. But if there's a natural disaster, guess who writes those checks? The insurance companies. And in order for them to stay profitable so that they can keep using their gold forks and washing their hands on their gold faucets, you get the bump on the premiums. It's so bad that in California we have wildfires every single year. Earthquakes.
Everybody's worried about the earthquake. Everybody that moves to California is worried they're about to get swallowed up by an earthquake.
It doesn't happen, guys. It may happen.
It rocks a little sometimes.
It may happen.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
If you're not terrified, it's kind of. We had one a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And it was like a 6, which is big, and it rocked everything for a while. I'm like, holy shit! And then brand new people are like, oh my god! And old school Californians are like, whatever.
Oh, we're blowing up on IG.
All right, cool. Give me the IGs, man. Right. What's going on IG? We got some good stuff going on.
Gwendolyn Williams. I have a question. How do I find a DSCR loan to purchase land for business? Can it be done? Florida.
DSCR. Well, DSCR means that you are going to be able to rent it for more than the loan mortgage payment. So, raw land, probably not. It's got to be improved real estate for the DSCR loans. If you go raw land, it's a whole different game because there's too much risk. You can do nothing with the raw land. And then the bank, what do they do? Foreclose and take back raw land? They don't want raw land. Mm-hmm. So raw land is very difficult, very difficult. What else you got?
We have Jorge Montenegro.
Jorge, you didn't go George?
Jorge.
Dude, you straight Jorge.
Much respect.
Jorge, all right.
812 credit score. I'm self-employed. Can I get a house?
Can I get an 812 FICO? That's amazing. Where did you get it? Did you get it from a loan officer or did you get it from freecreditreport.com, Credit Karma, lowermybills.com, whatever it is? So if you got it from a loan officer, that's your actual credit score for a house purposes. If you got it from my bank monitors, it's probably not that. Mm-hmm. And we hope you have an 812 because if you do, that's all the packages are available for you. Self-employed, yes, you can get a house. There's a rule. You have to have 2 years work history. That's it. You're self-employed. We can make it happen.
Yeah. Level 5 drywall back in the house. How you doing, man? Underwriting is asking for a letter from CPA for down payment from business account. Is this normal?
Level 5. Level 5.
Dude.
You've been with us a very long time.
He surpassed level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4.
Yep. Just level 5. Boom. 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 Jerry Cook just boom.
What?
Jerry Cook. What's up, Jerry Cook, JC in the house? We'll get to you. We'll get to you.
Let
I
them know
wanna
who
finish-
Jerry Cook is, though. Let
Jerry
the
Cook's a
world know.
badass realtor that used to work in California and still does,
does.
but then packed up, moved to Texas, and blowing up in Texas, blowing up in California. If you need an amazing realtor in California or Texas, or you're leaving California going to Texas,
Worldwide.
Jerry Cook's your man. Jerry
Your
Cook.
man.
Anyway, back to we got to. Is it
Level
normal?
5.
No. I got to finish that question.
Level 5. That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about, level 5. Right there.
Underwriting asked for a letter from the CPA. Is this normal? Yes, it's normal. Yes, they got to prove that you are governing your business the way that they believe you're governing it. So the only way they can find out is taxes. But if we're in an area where you don't have to file your taxes legally, which is where we're at right now, or if your fiscal year doesn't allow for it, then they're going to say, hey, I need a CPA letter showing that things are still the way that I believe they've been. So that's what's happening. It's normal. Level 5, we're here for you.
Brother G, 1963.
What's
Gore.
up, Gore?
Don't
Who's
know
Gore?
what that means.
I don't know. Al Gore. Al
Now-
Gore. Yeah.
Now
yeah,
back
yeah.
to Jerry Cook.
Dude, we're gonna talk about the Uncle Cali. You're gonna love this Uncle Cali routine in just a second. We're gonna talk Uncle Cali. Okay.
Jerry Cook wants to know if an LLC can borrow money to buy property.
An LLC, borrow money to buy property, not under your normal loans, not under Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, or USDA, otherwise known as Govy or conventional loans. Can't do it that way, but through Alt QM, you might be able to, and through special financing, you might be able to. So we got this Dream for All program in California. Dream for All program, okay? And the Dream for All program sounds amazing. You're going to see loan officers out there going, hey, listen, California is getting you a $100,000 down payment, getting you a $100,000 down. So I dug into it, and I'm like, hey, that sounds amazing. It doesn't sound right, but it sounds amazing. And then I realized California's like the mafia, man. They're like your Uncle Cali. Uncle Cali, like, hey, you go to the mafia and you're like, hey, I want to start a restaurant. And you go to the mafia and they're like, hey, I want to start a restaurant. All right, the mafia boss is going to go, all right, how much do you need? How much do you need? He goes, well, the restaurant's $500,000, so I need about $100,000 to start. And the mafia guy's going to go, 100,000, yeah, no problem. Just like California says, hey, 500,000 our house, 100,000, no problem. All right, good deal. Good. Hey, guess what? We're in business together now. Yeah, we're in business together. Don't worry about it. We're in business together. Wait, what do you mean we're into business together? Well, you see that 100,000 that I lent you? Yeah, I lent it to you. Don't get that confused. And I want interest on it. Yeah, I want interest. Oh, of course. Don't worry about it. No. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, by the way, the appreciation that's going to happen in your home value in California, I want my piece. Yeah, I want my piece of that appreciation. I want it. I want my. One more thing before the other thing. One more thing. Not only do I want interest, and do I want appreciation, I'm also first. If only one of us gets paid when we get out, I get paid first. I have superior position. I always get paid first. But let me tell you something. I want you to succeed. I want you to get some money. Oh, by the way, you got to make sure you're first generation mafioso. First generation. What does first generation mafioso mean? That means you can't have owned a house in 7 years, or you can't even have been related to somebody who owns a house in the last 3 years. I don't know how that works. I'll get you the technicalities on it. But as I watch this, as I'm tearing it apart, I see on TikTok the loan officers going, hey, 100,000, better get in line. Everybody get in line. You won't believe. You got to get qualified first. It's got to be a qualified lender. And they're all accurate. They're saying you do have to be a half a qualified lender. We are. We will do the program if you really want it. We will do the program.
But we're not going to sell it like it's something different.
Yeah, we're not going to sell like,
tell you the
hey,
truth.
you all come to me and I'll give you an extra $100,000 because you came with me. Orale, only me can get that.
Dang,
You got
you
that?
went from Italian to
Dude,
Mexican
I went
real
back
quick.
telling the Mexican, only me. I'm the only one who can get you this deal. Orale. No, it's a half a program. It's not free money. They want interest on it. They want appreciation on it. And yesterday the guidelines came down that said you have to be a first generation, and they classified it. It's weird. It's like you can't have owned a home in 7 years, not 3, 7. And then you can't have had a family member that owned a home in 3 years. I think I'm quoting that right?
Yeah.
So it's a loss leader, but you're not getting anything for free.
First generation home buyer.
Yeah, first generation home buyer.
7
Anyway,
years.
that's my little take on this thing. And let me say this. If it means the difference between you not getting a home and getting a home, let's do it. By all means, let's get you a home. But if there's another way to do it, let's entertain that also and decide what's best for you. That way you go in eyes wide open and you're not like beholden to Uncle Cal. If you're going to get in business with the mafia, let's make sure you know you're getting in business with the mafia. And then let's make a plan for you to get out. Because blood in, blood out in the mafia. I don't know about California, but nobody tried to get out of it. This actually doesn't start till April, but they've started taking the people right now. Anyway, keep going.
And
Sorry.
the loan officers are pushing it.
Oh, yeah.
Level 5, yes, you're the OG. Everyone, we're going to get to your questions. There's a lot of questions we're going to get to you.
We appreciate all of you guys.
All right. Always Chandline 365. Self-employed 1-year returns. Freddie Mac. Come on, guys. You should know this. What are you referring to on this statement?
This is a loan officer. No doubt about it. He says self-employed 1-year tax return. You're correct. You can use 1-year tax return, but you must prove you've been in business for 5. That's the guideline.
But I'm trying to find the relevancy in this statement.
He was talking about our year before when you have to do 2 years in tax, 2 years in business. And you're like, oh, no, I don't need 2 years. I can do 1. And you're right. You can do a Freddie 1-year LP accept, but you need a letter from your CPA that says you've been in business for the last 5 years.
Yeah, but still not relevant to the questions above. That's where I'm confused.
All right, cool. Never mind.
The pressure clean. I have poor credit, but I've lived in the home and I want to buy for 3 years. Can I get help? I'm in South Carolina.
The pressure clean, I have poor credit. Okay, first off, I don't know what poor credit is. So if poor credit is 622, that's not that poor. If poor credit is 484, then we need to talk because we got to get that fixed. So first we got to start with credit, and then 3 years, can I get help? Yes, you can get help, no matter what. That should have just been the answer. Cool.
Attention division. How do I finance land and a home?
Okay, so for the most part, I'm going to say this because there's LOs on here ready to fire at me. For the most part, VA and FHA, not their thing. They won't let you do it. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they won't let you do it. USDA won't let you do it. However, there is a little tiny section where you might be able to. The easier one, the one that's closer, is called a 203K loan, and 203K allows you to improve part of the real estate as you close a transaction. But from the beginning to the end, you usually need a construction loan with a takeout loan of a VA, FHA, or whatever. So by and large, it doesn't work directly that way, but there's a tiny little spot where people do it.
All right. Daniela, is a pre-approval amount include or exclude your down payment?
You go.
So when you're pre-approved, it's including everything. It should be including everything. I tell you this because I know many people who go to loan officers and they're not qualified the correct way. That being said, it should be included. It should always be included when you talk numbers. It should always be the one number. This is your total down payment, closing costs, taxes, insurance, everything included.
Damn, we got 20 messages there,
Yeah,
there.
hang tight, guys. We're going to get to
gonna
every
get to 'em.
single question.
We'll speed
There's
round
a
towards
lot
the end
them.
of it. Yeah, we'll
There's a
speed
lot of
round
them.
toward the ends of it.
Megan Kavanaugh. I'm a first-time home buyer, and I'm going to see my first house on Sunday. What should I do? What should I know?
Oh my God, Megan, you should know. You should call us. That's
Yeah,
what you should have
yeah,
done.
yeah.
And
First
if-
mistake.
Yeah, first mistake. But that's okay, Megan. We're okay with you. You can use another loan. There are other good loan officers out there. There's a lot of them.
There's like 7.
I have friends that are very good loan officers. We're the best. So anyway,
Is that me?
first thing you need to know
Is
is
that me?
don't ever go see.
Are we friends?
Don't ever go see a new build without your realtor.
Nope.
Never, 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 never. Okay,
There's
cool.
been a couple times when we went with them too.
Yeah.
The realtors, the loan
Yeah.
officers. We even brought a title rep.
Don't go see new builds. You can go see regular builds. So you see it on Zillow and it happens to be an open house. That's fine. But don't walk into a new build because here's what the new builds do. They're dirty birdie. They are dirty. They'll say, hey, we need you to sign in. And at the bottom of that sign-in sheet, it's going to say, I hereby attest that I am not represented by a realtor or a loan officer, and I want the builder to be my representative. And then they'll sign it, and they'll say, this is good for 90 days. So when you come up with your realtor, they're going to go, I'm sorry, your client already signed something that said they are not represented. And then the realtor's like, well, please, can I please get a commission, please? And the builder says, no, dirty birdie.
Well,
It's like going to court without a lawyer. Dirty.
Here's the worst one. So you
Tell me.
walk into a builder with your realtor's card and say, I have an agent. This is my agent.
Yep.
And they're like, if they're not here, it doesn't count. Some of them are jerks. Some of them are real jerks.
Yep.
Caesar Compost. What are the requirements to purchase land? Is it the same as a mortgage?
You don't.
No. Well, yes. And no. And yes. And no.
You're confusing me.
Yes and no.
You're confusing me.
So what it is it is a mortgage, a version of a mortgage, and it does have a deed. And when it comes to financing, from my experience, from what because I don't do the financing on this, you need to come up with about 50% down most of the time.
Yeah.
And then usually it's seller carryback, but you can find banks that can do the financing. So it's a little different. It's a little bit more difficult in my opinion.
And
so
we
it's
don't
not
do
exactly
those
the
loans.
same.
Important. We don't do those loans.
Yeah. Attention division. Finance lake to build on a home. Finance lake to build on a home. Okay, Megan Kavanaugh. How do I get the seller to sell to me and not anyone else?
That's pretty easy, Megan. That's pretty easy. Cash money, man. Just offer more than anybody else. Come in with such a good deal. Oh, we got hats. We got hats. Who did it? Who did it?
And a
Thank you,
mustache.
thank you, thank you. Hats. We appreciate you.
mustache.
Balloons, balloons, hats, hats. Thumbs up.
Raj Vinder.
Hey,
Raj
Raj
Vinder.
Vinder's in the house. Hey
made me-
guys,
she dolled
double
me
tap,
up.
heart us up. Let everybody know we're trying to get you a house. But the way to get a seller to only sell to you and not anybody else, cash money. If you just offer
Right.
more than
So
anybody
here's
else.
a question.
Okay, cool.
What if I'm financing and I don't have cash? What can I do?
You can use a. Oh, you're this. I'm gonna set up. You
Yeah.
set me up for that one, huh?
Lay up,
yeah.
bro.
Lay up.
All
bro.
you.
Bam. We're gonna do the NAF Cash program where you get pre-qualified and you walk in with cash. The bank literally puts up their money. You want to buy $500,000 house? We have qualified for $500,000. You walk in with $500,000 in cash, and then the bank sells it to you.
So what he just said, Megan, so what you'll do is you'll come to us, we'll make sure you're qualified, then we'll turn your deal into cash. And then you can buy that house cash. You're putting in a cash offer, and
Yep.
you go to the top of the pecking order when it comes to all the offers that are put in.
And that's a proprietary product for New American Funding. No other banks have it. That's a New American Funding product only.
Raj Vinder sharing the live.
Thank you, Raj
for the
Vinder. We
love.
appreciate you.
Ryan, Dream,
Forget scammed. Well, nobody's going to tell you this stuff, man. Nobody. And if you go online and you look at the videos of the loan officers, like, hey, great, Cal Haffa has a new one. They'll give you up to 20%. I'm like, yeah, but there's more to that story. They will. They'll get you. They won't give you. They'll get you up to 20%. But there's more to the story. And the way we build our brand is telling the whole story. And I'm not even saying don't do it. It might be best. But let's make sure you have all the facts, because this is a very confusing time. Go ahead.
Josephine, what's the best type of loan for a first-time home buyer?
Usually FHA, unless you're qualified for VA or your property's qualified for USDA. Lots of reasons, but those are the answers.
Level 5, just want to make sure my money from business account for down payment won't affect my business.
Okay.
It shouldn't.
All
Should be
right.
fine.
Good deal.
I mean, based on.
Dude, you're messing me up again. You got to.
I'm trying
We
to
got to
talk.
catch up.
I'm
We got to
trying to-
catch up.
I'm trying to say
We
words.
got to catch up.
And you're
You
jumping in front
only
of me.
know 14 words. Say them all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where are we at?
7. I'm trying to find it, dude. There's a
Okay.
lot of questions.
No, it's good stuff.
So what I
You're
need
way
you
too
to do
far
is
off.
I need
You're
you to
way too
tell
far off.
jokes when I'm doing this.
Okay. One of us got the brains. One of us got the good looks. Guess which one? All right, that sucked.
Did they guess or
Dude,
not?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God,
Dude.
mortgage brokers are so desperate for.
Yes,
business.
you're right. Look at time to rise up in Tampa. We are so desperate for business, man. We are desperate.
But I'm not a broker.
Yeah. Anyway,
level
yeah.
5. From what
Appreciate
I
you. Time to
understand.
rise up in Tampa. Appreciate you. Love you guys. We got a guy in here who thinks that we, Chris and Lee, literally caused the collapse and the current recession we're in because of the way we talk.
Because we answer questions.
Yeah. Anyway, cool.
Level 5 drywall. I'm originally from San Diego, California. I left the best thing I ever done. Good for
Okay,
you.
good
level
for
5.
you.
Where'd
Level
go?
5. Yeah, where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
Raj Vinder giving me hats.
Yeah, she gave you hats.
Level 5 drywall in the south is boring. Booming.
Booming, not boring. Dude, those are
South.
two different
The
things.
dirty south.
Dude.
Dirty.
Do we do a HELOC at 85% LTV? Yes.
Heck yeah.
Nobody really reliable out there, but I am. Okay, good. I'm glad. Good for you, man. Jerry Cook, he's laughing at us.
Laughing at you.
Okay, good.
Ryan, they're going after poor people living.
Yeah, dude. I think you're talking about the Dream for All program.
Maybe.
Oh, it's such a crazy program.
That's the key, though,
and they're
putting a bunch of
selling the
people on
hell
loan.
out of it. And loan officers are like, hey, this is a loss leader. Come on in. I'm like, yeah, you probably should tell them the whole story. Yeah, anyway, I hope they do. Maybe they do. Cool, what's next?
Always handling 365. Dream program is not one size fits all.
You're right.
Yep.
You're correct, 100%. It is not one size fits all.
No loan is one size fits
None.
all. I know you said it many times, but what are my requirements to buy a home?
Oh, easy. 2-year work history. 580 or better FICO. If you want to put 3.5% down, if you have more like 10% or 20%, we can go as low as 500.
Always
So,
handing.
620.
Always
Go ahead.
handing 365, 3-year CPA letter or tax repair. Cool.
All
Ryan,
right, cool.
when I buy a house, I don't want anyone having any piece of my equity. Me either.
Yeah, me neither, but not everybody's got that ability.
Nope. Drive level said poor credit 350.
Poor credit 350. Yeah, not happening. Yeah, nobody's going to lend you money.
Heard Jen, I'm at a 620 score in Arizona. Can I buy a house?
Absolutely, Jen. Let's get that thing rolling. Let's get you a house.
All right, Jerry Cook, follow up. If I use a conventional conforming purchase, how long before I can put title into an LLC?
Jerry Cook. Very good question. So, here's the thing, Jerry. If you bought the house conventional conforming, usually there's a due on sale clause inside of the contract. So, you can put it anywhere after you've done it, but that might trigger the due on sale clause. We commonly put it in living trusts. We recommend living trusts. And that literally sends it to a different entity, a living trust. And it doesn't all necessarily trigger the due on sale clause. I've never seen it. But if you move it to an LLC, then the LLC owns it, and that LLC can go bankrupt and get sued, and the bank's on the line. So, usually, not a good idea to put something that you finance in your name into an LLC because of the due on sale clause. They don't always execute these because a lot of times we're in an ascending market, but the minute we get into a descending market again, could be in trouble.
What?
That's a lot.
Jose
I'm not-
Perez.
by the way, I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving legal advice.
203K loans. Do you do those?
Yes, we do.
All right. Ralph
Yeah,
Rosario.
they're a pain, dude.
Yeah.
Jose, they're a pain. Everybody thinks, well, I'll just get the FHA to finance my third room on this 2-bedroom house. It's insane. It's a lot. We've done them, but they're a pain.
Ralph Rosario. I'm interested in a property multi-family in Detroit. I have 25%. Will you get loans in that?
Will you get loans in that? 25% with multifamily, we can go up to 4 units. All FHA, VA, conventional, they all go to 4 units. Once you get to 5 units, which is multifamily, once you get to 5 units, it's a whole different category. It's commercial loans.
Yep. And 25%. That's enough, man.
That's enough, yep.
Ryan, I have a 400 score, but a million cash. Not money in the bank cash. Got some home. LOL.
Yeah, 400 scores kind of, you need to be buying everything cash money because ain't nobody going to lend you with a 400 score. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Well, being sent to collections for my old apartment lease termination jeopardized financing, asked Elite Repairs.
You answer.
No.
Okay.
No, you're gonna be fine.
Okay.
So know this: I don't know if your company, your landlord, actually did this, but just because they said they did it doesn't mean they normally do it. I've only seen a lease pop up in collections a couple times in my career, not often. So I would check into it. Let's verify that it's there or not. You should be fine.
How long have you been in finance?
Since 2006.
2006. So that's
Yeah.
a long time, dude.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
Almost
Oh,
20
shoot.
years. I know. It's almost
2
20
more
years.
years. 20 years.
That's crazy,
Dude,
right?
I'm only 27.
Dude, that's right. You're 27.
Dang, level
Cool.
Ryan, no check either. Okay, level 5 drywall. Talking to Ryan, can you buy 3 here in North Carolina with me, bud?
All right, good
Going
deal,
back
man.
and
Level
forth,
5.
man.
We're creating deals on
We're
our
friends.
live.
I'm happy you guys became friends.
Happy.
Brothang, 1963. They need to make a PSA about that bill situation.
All right.
What's the bill situation?
I have no idea.
Tell me, brother. Or
Yeah, bro
G.
thing, bro thang,
Yeah.
thag, 63.
Come on out. Build one on the lake for 700 to 800K. Level 5.
Like it.
Did you tell us where you were? Detroit? Is that what you said? Did you tell us? He said down south.
He did North Carolina. Yeah.
Jesse, do you offer to run credit and see overall picture, like a roadmap to purchase a home?
Jesse, yes. Jesse, that's the only way to do it. You need to have a licensed loan officer do a hard pull. Everybody says, hey, I want a soft pull. Well, soft pull doesn't tell me shit.
No.
I need a hard pull because I can only qualify a loan off a hard pull, and it has to be a hard pull from a loan officer. It can't be a hard pull from your bank.
Or another loan officer.
Yeah.
Invest with JFK. Can I get a DSCR loan on a property in North Carolina or South Carolina with you?
With me? Sure. Yeah, if it meets the criteria, absolutely. Let's
Time
do
for
it.
commercial.
If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer. You can call a badass loan officer on these phone numbers on the screen. You have to screenshot it because it's going to disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bye.
Boom.
Cool.
Special effects.
Yep.
How do you feel about the 2-1 down as an incentive going for a builder's lender?
Not a fan. I'm not saying I won't do it.
But why?
But I'm not a fan. Here's why. Right now, what they like to do is they like to tell you, hey, listen, we want to give you a better interest rate. Now, if you just play this forward 6 months to a year, the chairman of Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has come out and said, hey, I think we're at the peak of this cycle and we're going down. We believe we're going to decrease rates 3 to 6 times in 2024, which means interest rates are going to be going down. If they're going to be going down, then what you've done is you've paid $20,000 to buy down a rate that you're going to refinance in 9 months, and that $20,000 is gone. So because the Federal Reserve has said we anticipate interest rate reductions over the next year and even 2 years, we believe interest rates are going down. So any money that you would put to buy down the rate will naturally occur as the market goes down. Now this is if you believe what the Federal Reserve is saying and if you watch the economy. But the loan officer wants to say, hey, the rest of the world's giving you a 7. I'm giving you a 5. Yeah, but it cost me $20,000. What? 20 grand? Yes. So this is a very hard pill to swallow for most people, but I tell them a buy down in this environment is probably not the best.
Yep.
Now, if you were in 3s and you were buying down to a 2, yeah, I'd spend 20 grand to do that because I'm probably never going to see a 2. If you're in 4s and buying down to a 3, that's pretty darn good, 20 grand, because you're probably not going to see lower than that. That's very cheap money. But 2-1 buy down, I will do them. I have done them. I've closed buy downs. I've closed 2-1s. I've closed 3-1s. But I'm not a fan, and I'll tell you why. And at the end of the day, you're the boss. You're the boss. Like when I go to the doctor says, hey, here's what I think you need to do. I'm the boss. I can say, you know what, doc? I think you don't know shit. I'm going to do whatever I want. You're the boss too. You can do anything you want, but I will give you all the data and I will give you my reasoning. And I hope you question me like crazy so you can actually get a good understanding of what's going on. And that way you can make a good decision for you.
Right on. Can you get me a DSCR loan without primary residence or investment experience?
You take that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good job.
Very easy easy process. The deal just has to make sense, guys.
Yeah.
It just has to make sense. It has to debt service. If your mortgage payment is $2,000, you have to be making more than that. So it has to debt service. Level 5 is talking to Ryan again. You guys are just trying to hook it up.
Dude,
cool.
yeah. 2-1 buy down. Okay, cool. Rajvinder. All right,
Rajvinder
cool.
in the house.
Yeah.
Fizbo.
Fizbo.
Bro thing.
Fizbo. That's an old school talk, man.
The only thing
Fizbo.
that I can buy cash is carne, avado, burritos.
Carne.
I love those.
Me too. Those are good. Cash money. Yeah.
Happy expression. How do you feel about NACA home loans?
You talk about that one.
I don't know about NACA home loans.
Yeah.
It's a down payment assistance program. It's a specialty. Here's the thing, guys, is that there's so many programs out there. So many programs, different names, different marketing, different versions of it, but it all irons out to be about the same.
Anna says, I got the good looks, you got the brains. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. All right, we'll go with that. Cool. How do you guys feel about HELOC? They're like any loan. It's appropriate or inappropriate. One of the two. If there's no one catch-all. So if your loan officer says, hey, this is what you have to do. No, run the facts, run the math. Let's figure out, is it a good idea? If you're HELOCing right now because you need to get out of a bad situation, maybe that's the best thing for you. But if you're HELOCing so you can put it in the market because you think the market's going to go up, not a good idea. So there's reasons for a HELOC. It's a tool. I'll tell people sometimes you're better in a 12% rate loan. I had to tell somebody that in the last 48 hours. I had to tell somebody you're better off in a 12% rate, interest-only loan. Why? Well, because with the interest-only loan, you're only going to make this amount of payments, and our strategic refinance plan says we're going to refinance in 12 to 18 months anyway. So that's an IO loan. there's a bunch of different kind of loans that are out there. We're working on a bank statement loan right now. We got it. It's not the perfect bottom rate, but we have a strategy to get this person out of it. There's strategies for everything. You need somebody who's understanding what's going on so we can help you. Anyway, keep going.
Let me elaborate on that too.
Elaborate.
So we have a client right now that wants to take cash out.
Okay.
Wants about a little over 100 grand.
Okay.
A little over 100 grand.
100 grand's nice.
So in some situations, if you have a $500,000 loan already, that's at 3%, 3.5%, whatever it may be, and you want to take that 100 grand, then yeah, HELOC makes sense. But in his case, his house is paid off. His house is paid off entirely, and he's looking for the cheapest payment. Well, I can give him the cheapest payment going traditional financing, refinance, rather than doing a HELOC, and that's the route that he's going. So know this, guys. There's no right, wrong, good, bad. It's either appropriate for you at this moment or not appropriate for you at this moment.
Make sure. Facebook, thank you very much for all the questions. Instagram, thank you very much for the questions. TikTok, we love you. And YouTube, we only get a few people on YouTube, but YouTube, we still love you anyway.
Yeah. Bro Dang 63, you guys are legit and professional locals.
We're loco, orale. We're loco. Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
I need help in Arizona, 620 credit score.
Let's do it. Just give us a call. Let's make it happen.
Jen. It's her Jen.
Her Jen. We got to get her Jen a house.
Adolfo Ferreira. I got pre-qualified for 525 here in Cali. 800 credit score, 10 to 50% down on non-QM bank statement. Good job, man.
Good job. Good for you.
8.5 to 9% rate. Does that sound right? Or can you beat it? We can beat it.
Yeah. Non-QM? Oh, yeah. Non-QM all day long.
You need to call us, man.
Yeah, call us. It's simple. Well, by the way, we've had clients in the last 5 days, probably 2 or 3, that said, hey, I'm already in escrow. Here's what I got. I had one who was in escrow with a builder. And they said, what do you think? And we're like, I don't know. What do you think? And the client says, not so comfortable with this. And I said, cool. Then you know what? If you're not comfortable with it, I'm not comfortable with it. Client says, I'd rather go do a different one. And I said, cool, here's your downside. That's your downside. If you can live with your downside, then let's move on. We're in escrow in another one. Like that. Happens all the time. Make sure you get second voice. Make sure you get checked on your stuff. Maybe you got a great loan officer. There's some great 50% of the time, someone else will send us an LE, and we'll look at the LE and we'll go, hey, that rate, can we beat that? No, we're about par. They're this deep into escrow. This is a good deal. And we'll just tell you, hey, listen, you're in a good situation. Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone. We don't want it.
Dreamer 1823. Dang, you're a little old.
1823.
If your score is lower than 500,
dude, you're
but
mean.
Put a lot of money down, will you qualify?
Is lower than 500? Well, the FHA guidelines say 500. I would say you're going to have to go Alt QM. If you go Alt QM, we can probably do that loan. But if you're lower than 500, there's a reason. You earned that lower than 500. People hate it when I say that. But I got somebody I did credits pull on the other day, 484 FICO. And I'm like, hey, listen, I hate to say this, but you earned that. And there are 60 30-day lates on your credit report that you cannot say, trust me, bro, it doesn't exist. No, it's there. So anyway.
Here's the other thing. You got a lot of cash? Let's fix that credit. I mean, not hiring somebody. Maybe we pay some debts, move some debts around, do some financial stuff. We can get that credit up above 500. And if we do get it above 525, we're off to the races.
Golden.
Yeah. JT, house paid off. Unfortunately, people don't have a choice, but a mortgage is such a scam.
JT, you're one of them conspiracy theorists. Yeah. Boom.
If you got to borrow money, you got to borrow money. Joel, seemed impossible to buy a house in San Antonio, and that's why I have a 653 credit score. And that's why you have a 653 credit score?
I don't know. Well, Joe, I think 653, that's not bad. Yeah, we can do something in San Antonio.
Candace Mitty, if you want a $30,000 loan to buy land, what if you want a $30,000 loan to buy land?
The land better be worth 80.
Yeah.
And then you put 50 down, and then you get 30,000. You could probably do that.
Yeah. Jesse, do you offer evaluation roadmap to see where you are for a mortgage loan?
You take that.
Heck yeah. Jesse, all you got to do is call us. All you got to do is call us, text us, email us. We'll go through the whole thing with you, walk you down the path until you're in a home. Absolutely. Jen, which one of you guys do I call for help? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this.
Call Chris.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah.
Have Lee's number. And then still call me.
We're here for you. No matter what, we're here for you. We talk all day long on loans. We go on live.
It's one and the same, guys.
Yeah, we're doing the same.
New car or new house?
Well, if you're going to do both, get the house first because the car will limit your ability to buy a house. So get the house first.
All right. Bro, thanks 63. PSA about taking your realtor with you and not signing the bottom line. Yes, absolutely. When you go into builders, guys, take your agent with you.
Yeah.
Don't go look at anything without your agent.
Yeah.
And if your agent isn't making time,
buy to the agent.
We'll hook you up
buy
with a good
buy
one.
to the agent. Yeah, buy. Your
care.
agent has to earn. They make 3%. If you're doing a $500,000 sale and they make 3%, they're making $15,000. Guess what? They should put you in their car, feed you, and take you to the houses.
massage.
Yeah, a little back. I don't know about that, but they feed
Hey.
you, give you, and take you to the houses and get you in. There's some really good agents out there. There's some really not good agents.
and nationwide, guys, I don't care where you're at. If you need to get hooked up with a good agent, just reach out to us.
We
We'll
can
hook
get
you
them.
up.
We can get them.
For sure. Eric Correa, restroom break, showed up for 2 minutes. Now, love y'all. See you tomorrow.
I appreciate you, Eric. We appreciate all of you guys. By the way, heart us up. Give us the balloons. Put the hat on us. Do whatever you want. Let the algorithm know that we're trying to get you a house in 2024. Damn, we got a lot of messages.
Yeah, but
Keep going. Don't
Adolfo,
lose it. Yeah.
Adolfo, you keep asking the same question. I don't know if it's because you didn't hear us, but yes, we can quote you probably a better rate on that non-QM bank statement loan.
And send us the LE because that'll give us the power to do it.
There you go, man. Reach out to us.
Yeah.
And everybody, thank you for the love. So
Yeah,
much
we appreciate
love here.
you. Thank you for following. We appreciate you guys. We're going to keep doing this for you guys. New home in 2024.
Daniel Lozano. Once it becomes, then I will do it.
Okay, good.
Once it decreases, sorry.
Yeah.
Then I'll do it.
Fed going to lower rates by 75 basis points if they're telling the truth, and that's because it's an election year. You are correct, and actually 75 basis points is only one of the people on the board. One of them said 175 basis points. They're not putting it out exactly, but we're able to gauge from the notes. 75 is the low end, 175 is the high end. No matter what, everybody says it's going down, even the odds makers in Vegas.
All right, Raj Vinder, can you buy down the rate when you're refinancing? Tell
Yes,
them about your situation.
yes, you
Tell
can.
them about your situation.
The second house?
The last refinance you did when you bought down the rate.
Okay, so I bought a house. I have my primary residence in Texas, and at the time the rates probably in the 4s or something like that, and I had the ability to buy down to 2.75 for $22,000. Now that's crazy for a lot of people. $22,000, that's a lot of money. But I looked at it and I said, you know what? I'm not going to get rid of this house. This is my house. It's done. So I put $22,000 down, bought the rate. My rate is 2.75. I almost feel sad telling people that sometimes. Like, hey, what are you in it? I'm like, 2.75. They're like, you must get special discounts. No, not really. Not really. There's a little bit better pricing for loan officers if you use your bank. But I had to put money down, and it was worth every penny of it. But would I do it at 7? No way. Why? Because I know it's going down to 5. I'm pretty darn sure it's going to 4 at some point in either 24 or 25. I believe it's going down to 4. Now, when it hits 4, would I once again put $22,000 to buy down to 2.75 like that?
In a heartbeat. And here's what's cool about it is if you have the equity, which anybody who owns a home right now, a year from now, is going to have the equity, you don't have to pay it out of pocket. Comes out of equity.
Cool. Trying to catch up with all you guys.
Dig. What if you are using seller concessions and considering to refinance in the future?
If you can change those, this is where you need a good realtor. Hoof dig. Here's where you need a good realtor. That seller's concession can go towards anything. It can go towards buying down the rate, but you're just taking 20 grand and going, hey, you know what? I'm going to use this to buy down the rate, and then I'm going to refinance in 9 months. No. You know what? Say, I want you to move that seller's concession to a price reduction.
Principal reduction.
Principal reduction. Or I want to use that to pay off closing costs. Or I want to use that somewhere other than the rate. And in that situation, your payment's going to be a little higher, but you have to do a strategic refinance. This is a long game. None of it's short game. It's all long game.
Ryan, get me a $5 million home in Cali.
Let's
What's
do
the
it.
requirement for a loan? How much? 10% down?
$5 million. Once you get above $1 million, you're probably going to be at 15%, more likely 20%. $1.5 million. Once you get above $1.5 million, you're going to be at about 20%. We'll occasionally be able to do an 80-10-10, which is 80% jumbo loan, 10% second, and 10% down, which means you're putting 10% down, but you're really putting 20% down. You're just borrowing the other 10%. So there are ways to structure that. If you get to above $1 million, it's a whole different category. Love that game. Call us.
Mama Bossy, what's the LTV on rentals now? Is it 70 or seeing 60%? Talking about refinance or purchase? I think you're talking refinance. So if you're talking refinance, 75. If you're talking purchase, 80.
HELOC 95, right? HELOC 95, yeah.
Celso Luna in the house.
What's up, Celso Luna?
Hey, my best people ever. How are we doing today?
What's up, Celso Luna?
Good.
We're trying to help you get a house.
How are
Trying
you?
to get you a house today. Merced said, "What are the rates? Pull up the rates, dude. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?"
Yeah, dude, I text the rates to an agent, and he said, "WTF?"
I know the rates. So here's what we do. We give you what New American Funding is putting on the front page of the website. You can also get to the front page by going up to our profile, where you'll see a link. Go to cool stuff, and you'll see today's rates. And if you went there right now, you would see 5.25, 5.25, 5.25 on a 15-year conventional, 5.25. You would see 5.5 on a FHA 30-year and 5.5 on a VA 30-year, 5.875 on a 30-year conventional.
Right. How do you feel about the HUD Bash program?
VASH is a veteran Section 8 program, basically, and it's like any other program. Vet your client. Vet them very well. I've actually rented to a VASH. For a year or two, it was great, and then it went ugly. And there's some remedies to fix ugly, because if the landlord does not give the VASH recipient thumbs up on the way out, well, then they won't be able to continue the VASH program. But, if you have a bad tenant, they can really hurt you. They can really hurt you in ways that you have no idea. No idea. And talking about as a renter, that happens. So VASH, I love it, but you do have to vet the client. Vet the client. When you're renting, vet the client.
Is it worth it to buy down points?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And I'll give you one situation where it was really strange, but it really worked out. So I was doing a deal for a doctor one time, and he says, "Lee, I want to put $20,000 into buying down the rate." And I said, "I don't know if that's such a good idea." And he goes, "Well, am I able to?" I talked to my accountant, not me. I talked to my accountant, and I'm able to offset it with any gains. And I said, "Okay." And he goes, "Well, I sold a company, and I made like $1.9 million I have to pay taxes on. So I'm trying to offset that in any way I can. Lee, can you tell me it's not a good idea to put $20,000 down to the rate?" And I said, "No, that's a really good scenario, but I don't run into it that often." So you win.
Very unique.
Yeah, very unique.
Very unique. Bro, thanks 63. Can I sell part of my credit score to somebody with low credit score? Just kidding.
Okay, good.
idea.
Yeah,
Let's figure
appreciate
that
you.
out.
We appreciate you.
Rajvinder, mortgages are only a scam if you don't know how to pay them off right.
Dude, Rajvinder, smart.
Coming with the
Very
knowledge.
smart. Dropping knowledge.
Danny Stable. Hi, do you do South Jersey?
Do we do South Jersey? We do North Jersey, South Jersey, East Jersey, West Jersey. We do all the jerseys.
Do you do
all
Southeast?
the jerseys. We do Southeast Jersey too. We don't do New York. Every state except New York.
All right, my second favorite Maddie. She says, "Hey, my favorite people.
What's up, Maddie? My favorite people. Love you.
Can I rent my current house
Don't
and
forget
buy
those ones.
another one?
Dude, we
How do I
got
qualify?"
questions here. We
Dude,
got
I'll get to them.
dude.
Get to them.
All right, cool.
BD.
Yeah.
Can I rent my current house and buy another one? How do I qualify?
Yes, you can. You call us and we make sure it happens. If you're buying the second house and it's your next house and it's your primary residence, you can probably get away with 3.5% down FHA or conventional 5%.
Maddie wants to know if she pays off her car, she can get a home.
You might be able to get a home without paying off your car. In fact, Maddie, I'm about to drop some knowledge on you. Knowledge. If you have an installment loan, which means there's an end to it. Installment loan. If you have an installment loan and you have less than 10 payments, I can ignore that $800 car payment. I can ignore it like it didn't even exist. They're like, "Yeah, but I have 9 more payments left." I'm like, "Yeah, but the guidelines say that this is an installment and I don't have to count it. So $800, don't even have to see it."
Perfect example on this next question by her, Jen. I still owe $5,000 on a car loan. Do I need to pay it off first? So in this scenario, if her payment's like $800 a month, it's less than 10 payments. So that's the exact scenario. So Jen, he answered your question too. Probably not, but call us. We'll iron out all the details so we don't have to guess. We'll give you the actual fact. Thank you everyone for the love again.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Heart us up. Let the algorithm know. We're trying to get you a house. Double tap that screen a whole bunch of times. Let everybody know that we're badass.
Badass.
Okay, cool.
Does my 1 year work history count with my husband? He has 3 years plus, but we're married for 2 years.
Damn, that's a lot of math, dude. That's a lot of math. So the guideline says 2 year work history, 2 year work history, 2 year work history. So if you only have 1 year with your husband, can't do it. Can't do it. But if you happen to work before and then you went back to your job and you're back on your job for 6 months, maybe. Appreciate all the hearts. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate what's going on over here. Somebody just joined here.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, cool.
Dude, where you going? Ask Maddie.
Where are you going?
Where you guys located? Ask SOI.
He's located right here, SOI,
Boom.
and I'm located right here.
Boom.
We're located right here. Riverside, California. Riverside, California. We do loans in 49 out of 50 states. New York, love you. Don't do loans there.
User 7138. Can you touch on HELOC, pro versus cons, please and thank you?
Okay, HELOC, way higher interest rate. That's the con. Way higher interest rate. Way higher. Like 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's normal. It's not like, hey, I saw on the television that you can get a 5. Yeah, in a perfect scenario you can, but not in HELOC, not happening. Okay, so that's the con. The con is that. The pro is you get money. And if you needed that money to do something, then you get the money. And the pro is that you can pay off a HELOC without affecting your primary loan. So if your primary loan's at 3%, you don't affect it at all with the HELOC. You borrow 50 grand, pay it back, and your 3% never gets affected. That's pro and con.
Having a cosigner, how does it work?
You talk.
Okay, so a cosigner goes through the exact same process that you go through. We have to pull their credit. We have to check their income. We have to verify their assets. So everything that you go through at buying a house, which is very easy, by the way, how long does it take for you to do an application?
I can do a take sheet in 3 minutes.
So you're on the phone with us for 3 minutes.
If you don't ask questions.
If you don't ask questions.
Yeah, if you don't ask questions.
But you can ask questions.
Yeah, you can ask questions. Usually, my usual time is like 9 to 12. We're going to talk for 9 to 12. Unless you have a lot of questions. I go 20 minutes sometimes. But if someone says, hey, I'm at lunch. I want to do this as fast as I can. I'll say, cool. Then don't ask questions till the end. Ready, set, go. What's your full legal name? What's your address? Blah, 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 blah.
Yep. So we'll ask all those questions. We're going to request W-2s, paycheck stubs, taxes, whatever it is. And then that's it. Now, once they get on the loan, they're an owner with you. They're an owner with you. Okay. So you have to have some kind of agreement if they're just co-signing and they're going to come off later. Okay. Now, after you've made 6 monthly payments, as long as you qualify, we can refinance this bad boy, take them off, and it's all yours.
Notice he said 6 monthly payments. People here, 6 months in my loan. No, if you close on the 1st of February, you don't make February's payment. And you also don't make March's payment. Your first payment is April.
Wow. After you purchase, how long do you have to wait to refinance?
If it's conventional and you use a different bank, I'll do it in 60 days. I'll do it in 30 probably. But usually you want to wait 6 months. Usually you want to wait 6 months. And that's because, there's a lot of things.
What about FHA?
FHA, year.
What
year
about
usually.
VA?
Usually a year.
George Lopez is back.
What's up? I think I'm the George Lopez.
He never left, guys.
Dude, I never left.
He never left.
I'm here.
Millie, what is your take on rates dropping this year?
It's my take and Jerome Powell's take. We both believe it's going down.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, well, I didn't talk to him, but I listened to him a lot.
Oh, okay.
So that counts, yeah. I listened to him a lot. And he says minimum 3 interest rate reductions, probably 6. Well, he doesn't say it that way. He says we anticipate 3 reductions, 75 basis points in 24. But the undertow is in 25, there's even going to be more. So we believe there's going to be another, and everything goes in cycles. The Fed knows this. They'll tell you. If you read the Fed minutes, they're like, hey, we believe we reached the peak of this cycle. Then they tell you we reached the bottom of the cycle. Peak for this. We knew interest rates were going up a year before they did. They told us. They told us there's going to be 6 to 8 interest rate increases in 2022 and 23, and there were. So, yeah, they told us. And they're now telling us there's going to be 3 to 6 in 24. And we don't think the first one will happen on January 31st, which is the first Fed meeting. We think it's going to happen in March at the second Fed meeting. And we believe, odds makers in Vegas, not just Chris and I, odds makers in Vegas believe it's going to be a 25-point basis point reduction, which you'll see the whole world will go crazy. Oh my God, rates are coming down, free money. They already started the They were doing quantitative tightening, and they've backed off on the quantitative tightening, which is another thing that happens. And now they release interest rates.
Wow. So now,
That's a lot.
See, that's the politics.
That's
side.
a lot, yeah.
Now I'm gonna throw the distraction.
All right, good.
Super Bowl. Is it a conspiracy? Did they
Yes.
really
Yeah.
pick these teams
Yeah.
ahead of time?
Yeah.
Is there really a script that they follow?
What?
What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Brother 63, is it easier to just go through your current mortgage company to refinance?
Usually not.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah,
It's one and the
usually
same.
not. Well, I'll tell you what, Brother Thang, if you had an LE from your current servicer, it's what they call them, the current servicer, and you sent it to me, I would send it straight up to the owners of the bank and say, hey, do you want to beat Bank of America today? Do you want to? Then take a loss on the front, and then we'll pick it up on the back. And sometimes I win, and sometimes I don't.
When don't you win?
Not that often, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, not that often. I usually win.
Judge me by my losses, not my wins.
Dude, what?
What happens when you lie on your home deed?
You just committed mortgage fraud, and we don't deal with that.
Prison? I don't know. Kiana GZ89, are you guys running into issues with condo insurance?
Always, always. Condos are hard. Condos have this requirement that says that it has to be 80% owner occupied, and that if not, there's this new formula, and they have to have so much in the bank, and condos are hard. So all the time.
User 8360, I'm from Connecticut. I have a mortgage broker pre-approval with a conventional loan at 7.1 interest rates.
Congratulations.
I think
hope
he's
you get a
saying,
house.
Can you do better?
Can we do better? Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
I think you need to
I
send
know
us...
if you already have the pre-approval, one thing's absolutely for sure. You have a pre-approval.
And I think we can beat it.
Yeah.
So give us a shot.
Yep.
Ash Sounds. I have a bankruptcy on me and my husband has bad credit. But we can get a cosigner with good credit. Great
Okay,
credit.
so that is a weird situation because BKs have hard stops. Most of them are 2 years for a 7, unless you're doing a BK 13. If you're doing a BK 13 and you're in the middle of making the payments, I can move forward even though you're in the BK right now. But if you did a BK 7, which is a full discharge, most of the guidelines for primary residence are going to be 2 years. That's FHA's 2 years, right?
Yes.
2 years?
Yes.
FHA's 2 years, VA's 2 years. There is a clause for extenuating circumstance, which means something happened like earthquake and you had to move. Something like that happened where I can get away with 1 year.
Yep. Dreamer 1823. What happens if your husband is the only one working? Will I still be able to be on the loan?
You can, but it might not be in the best interest of the loan. So we'll pull a lot of times I build a loan with one borrower and then the spouse. If I go FHA, I have to pull the credit, use the liabilities against the borrower, but I don't put them on the loan because of the credit score. Then once they finance it, they're able to title it with husband and wife. Both of them go on the title or the deed, but not on the loan. So we do that sometimes. It's strategy.
Adolfo said, I text you.
We appreciate you, Adolfo. We appreciate
As soon
you.
as we're done with this, we'll reach out.
Good.
HTX, what are some tips to raise your credit?
Oh, here's a big one. This is a big hack.
Ooh, settle in, guys. Settle in. This is a good one.
Hack.
It's a good one.
This is a hack.
Settle in.
So, now, let's just say you have a 680 FICO score. 680. So we're going to use that, okay? Not bad, not great, but 680. Good. Okay, cool. But you know what? The real good rates start about 740. And I'd really like to get my interest. I'd like to get my FICO score up to 740.
Yeah.
What can I possibly do? Here's what you do. You walk up to mom and dad and you say, oh, mother of mine, oh, father that loves
so
me
pretty
so
today."
much. You're looking pretty. Father, have I told you you're looking ruggedly handsome? You
And
are
buff.
looking and a buff. Yeah, you're a little buff. Okay, you know that credit card that you've had for the last 30 years with an 800 FICO score on it? I was wondering if maybe, out of the kindness of your heart, you could add me as an owner or an authorized user. Owner better, authorized user second best. And then they say, well, you know what, son of mine? I do love you that much, and I will put you on as an owner or an authorized user. How much are you going to use of this credit card? You just say, oh, mother and father, nothing. I want nothing. I'm never going to use it. Heck, when the credit card comes in the mail, you could keep it. I don't care. Now, here's what happens. Credit has no memory. It doesn't know that last month you didn't have this credit card. So when we pull your credit again, we see a trade line with 10 years of on-time payments, and your score goes from 680?
yeah. something like
680 from 680 to 740 like that. I've seen 80-point jumps with that strategy. 80-point jumps. Cool.
that. There it is.
Josh
Call
Smith.
Us, call us if you want more
Yeah,
details on
there's
that.
a lot. We got a lot of hacks.
Yep.
So, how long do you take to close?
How long?
We can do the fastest we can do is 11 days because of federal disclosures. We have to have 3 days, right of rescission, 24-hour CD, 24 LE. There's a bunch of stuff, but 11 days if everything is perfect. Normal loans, 30 days, sometimes 21.
Hee Haw Team 3. I'm located in Riverside, California. Hey, we're here too.
What's up? We're over here. Come see us.
And
We're right.
running to
He's
buy
right here.
in Georgia.
Oh, we love that stuff.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Who sings it? Ray Charles.
Here you go.
me, man, 74. What's the best loan purchase? 38 acres of land.
That's going to be a land loan. That's genius, right?
George Garcia.
Dude, I'm good.
Is there a down payment assistance that is added to your mortgage?
All the down payment assistances are added to your mortgage, and there is no free. There's no one that's great. They all have catches. Everyone, they're like, hey, and they unscrupulous loan officers take advantage of clients all the time.
What does scrupulous mean?
Mean that you have scruples.
What's the un?
That means you don't.
Ah.
So they take advantage of naive clients all the time. It just breaks my heart. There's silent seconds. Sometimes it's a silent second, which means it's on the back of your mortgage. You don't have to make a payment on it, but when you refinance, you have to pay it off. Or when you sell, you have to pay it off. Or they'll put you into like a platinum program where the interest rate is much higher and you can't refinance or sell for 3 years. You have to pay it all back. But they got their money one way or the other. So down payment assistance programs, they're that. They do assist you, but there's a catch on all of them.
Davidson Watches. We need you guys in New York.
I love New York. I wish we could do New York.
I wish, man.
We've asked the bank a bunch
I
of times.
wish.
They just won't.
Okay, BD. Is Zillow's estimate accurate?
Not really. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Her Jen. I'm self-employed. I get paid through Cash App to get paid. How can I use that income towards a loan?
It's easy, Jen. You just claim it on your taxes. Tell your CPA, talk to us first, and then make sure you claim it. And if you're going to have any write-offs, make sure the write-offs are depletion, and depreciation. Right?
Pontification.
I just said some words. So I can add back in depletion and depreciation. But if you do a hardline expense like auto expense or paper or whatever, staples, anything like that, I can't add that back in. But I can add back in depletion, and depreciation.
Wow.
Dude, that's a lot.
User 8643
Cool.
buying a family home.
We're going to have to go speed round. We're getting to the end of it,
All right,
man.
buying a family home, probably going into probate. Do I need to lock in the rate now or can I wait?
It depends if you're in escrow. If you're in escrow already, then you can lock it. But if you're not, then you have to wait till you're in escrow. And if you're going through probate, there's going to be a problem.
Sean's bankruptcy for me, husband, bad credit. Can we have
We already
someone
solved
who
it.
can co-sign?
We had them.
Thank you.
Okay,
Ryan,
good.
can you count my welfare check and food stamps as income? I don't know. Yeah,
Welfare, yeah, I think so. As long as it's permanent.
I don't know.
If it's permanent, yes. The guideline has to be permanent.
Yeah. And thank you.
Yep.
Melanie Meanman 74. What is the best loan for purchasing today?
We handle that one. Land loan.
Julian Garcia. What's the FHA interest rate for today?
FHA 5.25 on a 5.25 on a 15-year FHA. You can go back to our profile, go to links, cool stuff, and you'll see our rates for the day.
Mike Higgy, I have a client who has a 580 credit score. You're saying you can get her done?
580 sometimes.
Mike,
Yeah,
reach
sometimes.
out.
Yeah, it depends on what the 580 was for. If it's for something really bad, nobody can do the loan. But if it's for something that happened 3 years ago and it's gone, maybe yes.
Jorge said, great questions.
We're glad. We're glad to hear you. We're glad to help you, Jorge. Dude, speed round. We only got about 3 minutes left.
Dude, I lost my...
Got to go all the way to the bottom and then just come back
I did
up.
that already.
All right, cool. Let's see
Okay.
it.
I'm in the process of getting a house. I might get a conventional loan. Should I refi out this year or next?
Process of getting a house. I might get a conventional loan. So if you can afford the Jenny Lynn, if you can afford to hang on, I'd hang on till I think we're getting close to the bottom of rates. It's not really like brain surgery. You just have to watch the economy, watch the chairman of the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve dictates our economy. They really do dictate our economy. So when they say, hey, we anticipate interest rate reductions of 3 to 6 in 2024, I believe them. And the undertow is there's going to be way more of that in 25. So if I was buying a house right now, today, I would take the rate that I could and say, you know what, I'm probably going to refinance in about end of 24 or sometime in 25, depending on the environment.
Ryan said, yes, script. Talking about NFL.
Okay, cool.
Melanie, I want to buy land. What's the best loan?
Land loan. We told you that.
Land loan.
Okay.
Nom 10. What's the rate only purchase option? Is this the first time homebuyer program in Indiana?
I have to pull the guidelines on every state. I don't quote them on the only one I really know off the top of my head is California, and I only know like 5 or 6 of them off the top of my head. I have a matrix of guidelines for all of them.
Robin Dawson, should I refinance my mortgage? How much should the loan fees be?
If you refinance your mortgage, it's going to get weird because your loan should cost you about $2,000 to $3,000. However, there's an impound account in there that can be another $3,000, so it's going to look like $6,000. But you're going to get the impound from your old loan back of about $3,000, so it's going to cost you net $3,000. It's a lot of math, but I'll help you with it.
Ash Sands, you're welcome. Blake Flannery, how long do you have to be your current job for FHA?
You take.
2 years.
All right,
Everything's 2
cool.
years, guys. Fierce Fun, do you do loans on SFH under 100K read that?
Okay, so single family housing under 100K, usually not. Here's why. There's a category in the loan business called HPM, high price mortgage, meaning that the fees have exceeded the tolerance. So once you get to about 100,000, 80,000, the fees start to exceed the tolerance and it breaks into HPM and the bank just stays away from them. Not me doing it, the bank does.
All right, user 2363, I'm law enforcement. I have a pre-approval. We make about 175K combined. My credit score is 665, first-time home buyer. I think they want to know how much they can afford.
Cool. 175? 175 you said? 175, depending on your back-end debt, you're going to start at about 750,000.
Wellness.
750, probably 850 to 9 in that range, depending on your back-end debt.
Wellness Smith, is it difficult to get a loan in Florida with land loan? You don't do land.
Yeah, we don't do land. So everything that I've seen people do, they usually take 50% down, and then the rates aren't great. Land is not a good market, but if you want it, do it.
Jenny Lynn said, yep, BIL is against having credit card or closing costs, CC, and didn't know MIL had him co-owner on her. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Dude, I don't know either.
Ash, how do you start investing in real estate?
The quickest hack, buy your first house, FHA, 4-unit. Live in the main unit, rent the other 3. Then after 1 year, you can move out of that and go wherever you want. But you got into your first rental for 3.5% down and followed the rules.
Gabriel C., first-time home buyer, get a duplex.
Yes.
Jose Lopez, hey, I'm not sure if I asked before, but how do you go about buying a home from a subdivision, new subdivision?
That's a builder loan, and usually you want your own lender and your own realtor before you go in. Because if you go in, they're going to play dirty birdie games with you, and it's not always good for the buyer.
Becky, what is the rate now? Has it gone down?
Actually went up a little bit. We were quoting 30-year FHAs for 5.375, gone up just a little bit to 5.5. Overall, it's gone down, but it did click up just a touch.
Dude, I think we're done.
Okay, cool. Hey, you know what? We got a lot of questions. We've been Chris and Lee. We're going to be back again tomorrow. We're going to help you get a house in 2024. We appreciate all of you guys. Bye.